So this area is the Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve. It's the first biosphere reserve declared in India, looking at how we can integrate the needs of nature and people. It occupies only about 2% of the area of India, but has more than one third or half of all the plants that exist in India. So this incredible area though has a lot of problems as well. The biggest being that the native habitats, the forests, are being taken over by invasive plants, particularly Lantana camara and Senna spectabilis. Lantana in particular is the most widely distributed invasive in the world now. So we've all grown up here in this area. We've had a deep appreciation for nature, but also a way of conserving nature that also meets the needs of the people who live in this space. To not push people out of nature entirely and try to disconnect nature from people, but how can you keep people and nature connected with each other while still conserving the forests? So elephants are coming out more and more because they've been pushed out because their native habitat has been taken over by Lantana. So we're trying to find ways in which outside we can minimize the problem that elephants create, look at how they can live more peacefully with people, and inside the forest, how can we improve that habitat so that there are more grasses and plants for elephants and other herbivores to eat.
So we started making the elephants in 2016, and it was never our intention to only make such exclusive and expensive products. So it took us a while for the elephants to be running smoothly. And in the last 2 years, we've had some mind space to think about what other products we can make that tell the same story as the elephants, that use invasive species, that works with communities who live near the forests. So we wanted to make affordable products that can inspire people to be curious about the natural world. So we wanted to make products that smaller, more affordable products that whoever buys our products could connect with the natural world in some way. So that's why we started the Senna toys, and it's been about 2 years since we've been experimenting with these smaller products. And now we've got a range of sculptural, it's not only toys, but it's other wooden products that talk of the natural world. So Senna is an invasive tree species that's come from South America. It's spreading very aggressively in the forests. So we wanted to use this invasive species in some way, so that there is awareness about like invasives and what harm invasive species are doing to the forest. So we've experimented with a range of things of how we can use this wood. So we want the wood to connect back to the forests. So we are making a range of animals and trees and plants and different versions of the natural world around us. We have elephants and bears and tigers around our houses and around where we live. So we want to make these animals. We want to tell the stories of the forest to the world, so that we can share these stories of how we are living with these animals. Anyone who interacts with our products anywhere in the world can know about these invasive species, that the wood that we are using, and about the animals and birds and trees that we make. So we want to share stories of the natural world through what we make.
Nilgiris has got a very significant tribal population, and Gudalur specifically has 4 different tribes living here. So these 4 groups, this is the largest population of them in this part of in Tamil Nadu itself. They are considered what is called the PVTGs, or primitive and vulnerable tribal groups of India. So they are like among the social cadre or social hierarchy. They are like right at the bottom in that sense. So the interaction for us starts from various aspects, but we in Trek mainly concentrate on their livelihoods and seeing how we can have forest-based livelihoods created for them. It's very difficult to find opportunities in places like Gudalur, which are rural, which are disconnected from urban spaces and things like that. Find employment that is meaningful. And for us at Trek, that is the kind of core of what we want to do. Can we combine so they create something, so there's some beauty and art in it. It also creates employment and money, which you need to survive. and can it use the knowledge of the forest that tribals already inherently have. So these three kind of coming together for us is one of the things we're trying to look for.
So the geography that we live in is primarily plantations. So large tea and coffee estates are the only economic activity around for people. So it has been on our agenda. One of the things we want to do is to generate livelihoods for forest-based communities. So communities that live on the fringes of the forest, to create livelihoods here that are meaningful livelihoods, that are that where there is pride in the work and there is a nice work culture around what you're doing. We are trying to tell the stories of the forests through these products by people who live near the forest. So we live here around the forest and we are making these products that are stories of the forests. So we, like at the Real Elephant Collective, one of the things we want to do at the Real Elephant Collective is create livelihoods, meaningful livelihoods around the forest. So people don't have to go outside to work. You can live in your geography and have a work, be employed close to the forest, close to where you live. Most people don't actually enjoy leaving this place. People are quite connected to this space and to these forests that we live around.
What we try to do is in our modeling of costing and financing and finance, we make sure that the minimum amount they should earn is above the local market rates here. We also ensure that in our model we try to do incentivize it as well. So overall income levels have increased among all the people we work with, primarily for two reasons. They've invested in education of their children quite a bit. So the people working with us all have their children going to schools. So those things again then knock-on effect of improving the lives of those people. But we are now slowly going to work with trying to see how do we, the problems of money also. With money comes divisiveness, with money comes slightly disintegration of culture. So that's a new engagement that we've started now, trying to talk about it and saying, okay, what is important in your lives as well and what do you want to carry forward other than the monetary aspects of things. So how do you keep your culture alive? So I think at Real Ilco the idea is to find opportunities at village level while keeping. So what's happening with monetary income is that you're going to go down what is called mainstreaming now, or development as they call it. When you go down that, you're going to have to choose what you want to take along with you, right? How much of your cultural practice you want to take along, how much of your songs and things you want to take along, how much of your knowledge you want to take along. Those we want to have conversations and see how those can be also taken along, so that the village is not just rich individual people, but that there are a community of people who are well off monetarily, but also are able to keep their cultural practices alive and a sense of identity alive. We are here in Gudalur because we as people identify ourselves here. We belong here, we feel there's something here. And that is something we want them to feel as well. Keep that pride in them. Yeah. That's kind of where we want to go with relation to communities. Yes.
So we started as a group of us young people from very different backgrounds in this area of coming together to form a trust or NGO to see how we could solve some of these problems. The problem of lantana, for example, it needs about $1,500 a hectare to clear lantana, and many millions of dollars just for this one park next to us. So we can't actually use grant funding to solve this problem. We have to create a self-financing way in which we can remove these invasive species and create livelihoods for people. So that's been the focus of our work now, primarily in setting up a scalable social enterprise that can solve some of these conservation problems while also providing a livelihood for local people. Lantana is a huge problem. People want to start there, but we need to fully understand it well here before we can scale to other places, and we haven't done that yet. So now the pressure is to scale fast because there is so many people asking for these. We're trying to see how we can bring these ideas together much quicker and ramp up much faster, and that's always quite challenging.
The reason I want to be a part of this project is that with the elephants we were able to inspire people through art. That's the primary interest for me. We want to inspire people. So we want people to be curious about the natural world. We want people to engage with the natural world around them. So whether you're in a city and you have birds and butterflies around you, or you're living in a forest with elephants, we want our products to inspire people. Connecting people to the natural world is something that I feel is central to why I'm doing this.